Hi everyone, UKManicLoomer here. I'm here today to teach you how to do this wonderful 9-pin bar design, designed by the very talented The Looming Artist, aka Dreaming Out Loud. The bracelet is called True Colours bracelet, and I'm just going to show you her Instagram account. There's a few renditions mashed up here, so if I can zoom in a little bit it might help you. So I think there's 5 renditions there close up should I say, of the bracelet. And as always I have done a rendition of my own so I can help follow along with pointing out the colours and the sequences. And this is my version of the True Colour bracelet. And it so happens that this is exactly what I'm going to do today along with you. The same colours and the same theme, nothing changed because I just love it so much. I want to make a duplicate one, okay? So let's get looming. Right, like I said, it's a 9-pin wide design. It's not high tension, but as I always say, brace it to the best of your abilities and you can't go wrong. We're going to start off with the first pin. We're going to go across inwards, diagonally down inwards, across inwards, diagonally down inwards, diagonally up outwards, across outwards, diagonally up outwards, and across outwards. So you go ahead and get your loom ready and then we'll get started. Be right back. Okay, so we're ready to move on. The first thing we're going to be doing is a simple border, and I'll just bring out my rendition again. This here, this little black line that's going through all these lovely colours, that's the border that I'm going to put on now. And as I said before, like for like, I'm going with a black again. These are going to be all opaque bands, and it does actually leave a quite wide bracelet. In fact, I'm going to show you in a minute how that wraps around my wrist. So we're going to go from the middle pin, which is the 5th one. We're going to go out to the left first, following the first pins as we go. We're going to go all the way up that first pin bar, and then we're going to come back down here, and we're going to follow the first pins all the way to the right until we hit the 9th pin bar, and then we're going to go up the 9th until we get to the part where we're going to close. And I'm just going to show you where that is now. Just bring that down. Okay, so where we're going to close, so it's going to be a mirror image, so it will be 3rd pin from the end, and we are just going to mirror image how we set at the start. So we're going to go inwards, across, diagonally inwards, up, cross inwards, diagonally inwards and up. And again, once we go all the way up the 9th, up to the 3rd pin, we're going to go across inwards, diagonally up inwards, across inwards, and diagonally up inwards. So you go ahead and get that border done, and when you're ready, we'll move on. Okay, I'm back, and that is my border all completed. Next we're going to be doing that 7 stitch that the Looming Artist loves to put in her designs. And for this I'm going to bring back the rendition, and if it goes into focus, that would be nice. Anyway, it's all of these fantastic colours here. So we've got yellow, neon orange, orange, pink, red, fuchsia, purple, deep purple, navy blue, ocean blue, turquoise, teal, lime green, neon green, and then back to yellow. So lots of beautiful colours. So I'll have to get started. Wait for that to go back. Okay, so I'm going to start off with my yellow and zoom in. Now I'm going to alternate each colour with every single band I place, but obviously if you don't want to, then by all means choose whatever scheme you want to do. I'd love to see it. So we're going to go diagonally up and inwards from the 1st pin bar. I'm going to get the next colour, going to go from 2nd pin bar, 2nd pin, go across outwards, and that is the 7th stitch. And then I'm going to go from the 2nd pin on the 1st pin bar, diagonally up and inwards, and the next colour I'm gonna go outwards. Okay, I'm gonna grab my next one. I'll grab next two actually, which is going to be my red diagonal going inwards and my fuchsia going outwards. So you see the pattern going on that side, and I'm just going to repeat the same thing on the 9th pin bar to the 8th, and I'm going to again start with the same colours. So yellow going diagonally inwards and up and across and out with the neon orange. From where I left off there, I'm going to go diagonally up and inwards. Grab my pink, go across and outwards. From where I've just left off, I'm going to go with my red. I'm going to go diagonally up and inwards, and from there across and outwards. So I'm going to repeat that pattern all the way to the end, and when you've done the same, we'll move on. Okay, I'm back, and this is how my loom is looking. Very, very colourful. And next what we need to do is just two simple lines on the 2nd and 8th pin bar. And for this I am going to be bringing in the grey opaque. And if I just whip this out, it is this band coming down here on the signature side, and on the reverse side it's this one here. Okay, so really, really simple. 2nd pin bar all the way to the end, and 8th pin bar all the way to the end. When you're ready, we'll move on. Okay, I'm back, and it's time to move on to the next part, which is the slanted X's. And I'm just going to show you on this rendition, the small band or small diagonal is the white opaques here, and then the long diagonal line is the black opaques. The small ones are on the signature side. Okay, so if you want to choose which colour is going to come out most, you want that for the small section. Right, okay, so starting on the 3rd pin bar, 1st pin, we're going to go diagonally up and outwards, drop down one, diagonally inwards. From there, long stretch diagonally up and outwards, drop down one, diagonally inwards. So it'll be these white bands here that are going to be showing on the signature side. Okay, from there we're going to go diagonally up and outwards, down one, diagonally inwards. Okay, then we're going to go on to the 8th pin bar, no sorry, the 7th pin bar first, and we're going to go diagonally up and outwards, go down one, and we're going to go diagonally inwards. From there, diagonally up and outwards, down one, diagonally inwards. From there, diagonally up and out one, and then inwards. Okay, so when you've got that done, we'll move on. Okay, I'm back, and now we're going to do another line, and it's going to be on the 3rd and the 7th pin bar. And for this I'm going to go back to my grey. Now I'm going to show you what it is on the signature side. See if it'll focus for me. There you go. So the grey here is going to be intertwined with the next layer of colours that I've got there. And on the back side it is just going to be the secondary layer there. Okay, so all we have to do, 3rd pin bar, straight line all the way to the other side, and the 7th pin bar, straight line all the way to the other side. When you're ready, we'll move on. Okay, I'm back, and that is my straight line done. Now what I did forget to mention at the very end here on the white and black slanted X is there is a little space here. Now it's not shown on the flippergram from the looming artist, but I like to add it anyway, and I've just put a black short diagonal from the 2nd pin bar to the 3rd, and also the 7th to the 8th there, and then I'll close off that straight line like that. Right, next we're going to be doing some X's, so go back to the beginning. Such a long loom. Right, And what we're going to be doing is going inwards first and then outwards all the way to the end. Now I'll show you on this rendition again. These are the X's that we're doing, and we'll be doing the, I believe it's called the roaches stitch, that mixes with that last line that we did. So as you can see, I alternated the colours. So I will be doing the same on here. I'll be going diagonally inwards with the yellow and then diagonally out with the yellow. And then in with the neon orange and out with the neon orange. And then an orange. And basically what I'm doing is I'm going to follow the pattern colour code I did down here, but obviously it's going to be slightly larger so it won't line up with these. And then I'm going to go over to the 7th pin bar, diagonally inwards to the 6th pin bar to the 7th, and then next colour, 7th to 6th, 6th to 7th, and then the next colour, 7th to 6th, 6th to 7th. So you go ahead and get to the end of your loom, and when you're ready, we'll move on. Okay, I'm done, and your loom should be looking like this now. And what we're going to do now is another line on the 4th and 6th pin bar. And let me bring out that rendition again. It is these black opaques running down here on the signature side, and obviously here as well. There's nothing fancy about those black opaques. So what we're going to do, 4th pin bar, and 6th pin bar all the way to the end. So when you're ready, we'll move on. Okay, I'm back. That's my straight lines done, and next we're going to do the final part, which is the middle, and I will bring out the rendition again, and it will be these white opaques and grey opaques. Now these grey opaques and the ones I've used on here so far have been, I would presume, an old batch of grey opaques from the Rainbow Loom factory, and recently we've got stock in from Rainbow Loom, and the bands are a different texture and a slightly different shade, so I don't think you can really see the difference too well on there, so I'm hoping it won't look any different because I've run out of the other old ones. They're the new ones and they're the old ones there, so hopefully it won't make too much of a difference to the overall look, because I want it to look as much like this as possible. Right, let's start off with a grey. So we're going to go 5th pin bar, straight forward 1. Then I'm going to go from the 5th pin bar diagonally down to the left. Oops, that came off. And then diagonally down to the right. Same pin bar, diagonally up to the left and diagonally up to the right. So it's a straight forward and then a 4-band X. Zoom in a little bit more for you. And then I'm going to swap to my white opaques. We're going to go forward once. From that pin bar we're going diagonally down to the left, diagonally down to the right, pushing them down as I go, diagonally up to the left, and then diagonally up to the right. Then I'm going to swap again to the greys, so it's going to go forward 1, and then the 4-band placement X, so it's diagonally down to the left, diagonally down to the right, diagonally up to the left, and diagonally up to the right. And then I'll do one more in the white for you. So up 1, diagonally down to the left, diagonally down to the right, diagonally up to the left, and diagonally up to the white. Now I believe there'll be 1 band at the end, which is a forward band, just alternated to the next colour. Alright then, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll see you back to turn the loom around. Be right back. Okay, I'm back and this is what your loom should be looking like. And it is now time to turn it around. There you go. Right, now we're going to need 5 cap bands and I'm going to use the border colours for that. I'm going to zoom in a little bit for you. Okay, so I'm going to do triples and we're going to do them on the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th pin bar. And I like to do it on my fingers, so I'm just going to do it quickly. 1, 2, 3, and then I slip it over. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And last, oh, see, going wrong. 1, 2, 3. Put that on. Now the last one. 1, 2, 2. 1, 2, 3. Oh dear. Never mind. Right, okay. So what we want to do is we want to go onto the first pin, these 4th, 5th and 6th pin, and we're going to do the centre part first. Now first of all we're going to go into the 4th pin, pull back that cap band and grab that first band, which is my white, and bring it inwards. Then we're going to jump to the 6th and do the same on the opposite side. So grab that white band and bring it inwards. Then we're going to drop down to the first pin on the 5th pin bar, grab that straight forward band, which is my grey, and bring it up. Oh, something's caught there. Just give it a wiggle. It's caught up with the border band there. There you go, and bring it forward. So the first one is inwards, and then forwards. And then we're going to go in to that pin, second pin now, grab that top band which goes to my left and bring it out, then back into there, grab that band, bring it out, and then you've got one more band in there, that's your forward, and this is where we're going to start the sequence that's going to be the same all the way to the end. So now we've brought it forward, we're going to go in 4th pin bar to the 5th, 6th pin bar to the 5th, go into the 5th pin bar, we're going to go to the top band which is going out to the left, next top band should be going out to the right, and then your last band is forwards. And that's one sequence. Now we're going to do the same thing, 4th to 5th, 6th to 5th. Go in, top band should be going to your left, go in, next top band should be going to your right, leaving the forward. I'm going to do one more with you before I jump off camera. So we're going to start off with the 4th going to the 5th upwards, 6th going to the 5th upwards, going into that 5th pin bar, grabbing that top band and going out to the 4th, grabbing the next top band, going out to the 6th, and then the last band going forwards before we start the sequence all over again. So if you're not sure what to do, rewind it back a little bit and re-watch it. If not, I'll meet you back in a minute. Be right back. Okay, I'm back and that's my centre done. So if you've done it correctly, it should look like this. Next we're going to be doing the lines that are on the 4th pin bar and the 6th, and in my case it's the opaque blacks. And at the moment all we're going to be doing is going into the cap band, grabbing one end of the band and bringing it to the other end, like a normal straight line, and we're going to take that all the way to the end. And again on the 6th pin bar we're going to go into the cap band, grab one side of the band and bring it back to the other, and just keep doing that until you get to the end. Okay, so I'm going to go off camera now and just do that quickly, and then I'll show you what we need to do next. Be right back. Okay, well I'm back, and next we're going to be still working with these straight lines and the centre bit. And what we're going to do is we're going to start, I'll do it on the 6th pin bar first, and we want to go in between those black bands, or straightforward bands, and then hook the 2 bands that are coming across here. Okay, so like that. So you're pulling it out, so you're going to bring it over the top and then make sure they hook underneath. Okay, then we're going to go into the next one up, go in between the 2 bands, the top and the bottom, grab the 2 bands that you've got in the center and bring over. Then we're going to go in the middle again, grab those 2, bring it up and over to the center like that. So I'm just going to zoom in a bit more. There you go. Right, I'm going to do on this side as well. Again, starting on the 2nd pin, go in between the 2 black bands, grab those white bands there, bring it up and over. Next one, in between the 2 black bands, I'm going to grab my 2 greys, bring it up and over. Make sure you do tuck under here so it doesn't fall off. And one more, we're going to go in between the 2 black bands, grab the 2 whites, bring it up, over and tuck it over. So that's what we're going to do all the way up to the top. So when you're ready, we'll move on. Okay, well I'm finished on that part, so I'm going to move on to my X's now. Now we're going to go up and then we are going to go down for the X's. So we're going for the bottom band first. So we should be going into the 4th pin bar, 1st pin, and we're going to go to the other side of the band, back to itself. Then we're going to go into the 2nd pin and grab the other side of the X, and we're going to bring it down. So the X's are being brought back to themselves but outwards, not upwards. Okay, again we're going to go into the next pin, go up first, grab the other side and then down. Go into the 4th pin bar, up, next one up, bring it down to the 3rd, and one more. We're going to go into the 4th pin bar, bring it up to the 3rd, 4th pin bar, down to the 3rd. Oh, it's got caught. Just make sure we go into all the bands while that happens. Okay, and we'll do it on the other side as well. So, a bit shaky there. Right, so we're going to grab the bottom band first and bring it up. Then we go up 1 peg, grab that top band and bring it down. Then we'll grab the next band, bring it up, go up 1. Go into all the bands, grab that last band and bring it down. Go into 3rd pin, out to the 7th. Next one up, 6th down to the 7th, and so forth all the way to the end. So go ahead and do that and I'll show you the next new. Okay, that's my X's done. So next we're going to be moving on to the straight lines on the 3rd and 7th pin bar. So first of all we're going to go into the 3rd pin bar, grab that straightforward, which is my grey, and bring it forwards. Okay, from there we'll stop. Let's see if I can zoom in a bit more for you. And then we're going to go in between the 2 grey bands again, and we're going to grab those 2 bottom bands and bring them up and under. So if you're alternating the colours, they should have 2 colours there. So I've got the ocean and the navy. Then we're going to go and grab the next forward band and bring it forwards. Then go in between. Let me just tilt it for you. So we're going to go in between here, grab the 2 bottom. Again, there should be 2 different colours. And for me that would be the navy blue and deep purple. And then we're going to go and grab the next straightforward, bring it forwards, go in between the greys, grab the 2 bottom bands, which in my case is a light purple or normal purple and a deep purple. And I'll do it one more time on this side. So we're going to go straight forwards, go in between the 2 greys, grab the 2 bottom bands and flip them over like that. Okay, and then we're going to do it on this side as well. Just try and get a bit less light there. There you go. Right, I'm going to push them down or outwards grab that straightforward band, bring it forwards, go in between the two grey bands, grab the two bottom bands and flip them over. Go forwards, two bottom bands between the greys, flip them over. Go forward, two bottom bands, flip them over. Okay, so that's what you need to do. If you need to get any more instructions, please rewind back. If not, I'll meet you at the end. Okay, I'm back and it's time to move on to these slanted X's. Now, like I said before, I added this extra band which isn't on the flippergram of the Lumen Artist design. So we're going to start with that one. I'm going to go into the third pin bar, second pin, and just bring that downwards. And also on the other side, go to that one and then bring it downwards. Like so. Right, okay, let's go back to this side. I will zoom in for you. So we're going to start on the third pin bar, second pin. We're going to bring the little band up and back to itself. Then we're going to go forward. On the third pin bar, we're going to grab the long band and we're going to bring the long band downwards. And then we're just going to keep repeating that sequence. So third pin bar, third pin, bring it back to itself upwards, go up one, grab the long band, bring it down back to itself. Okay, now we're going to little one, bring it back to itself, go back into the third pin bar, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, fifth pin, grab that long band and bring it down to itself. Okay, and we'll do the same on this side. So we've already brought the little black band down. We're going to do the small band going up and outwards, and as there's no more bands, we'll go up to the third pin, grab the black band, which is my long one, and bring that all the way back down to the first pin. Go back into there, grab the last band, bring it up and outwards. Now we've got no more bands there, we'll go up to the next one, grab the top band, which is your long black one, and bring it back to itself. Go in and grab that last band, bring it up and back to itself. Okay, so, and we'll go up one more, give that long black band and bring it back to itself. It's always the small band going up and the long band going down. So you go ahead and finish that off, and when you're ready, we'll move on. Okay, I'm back and it's not long now before we're at the end. First thing we need to do is we need to do the lines on the second and the eighth pin bar, and they are literally just going all the way to the end, nothing fancy on them. So go into those bands, grab my grey opaque band, go forwards, each time bringing it back to itself, all the way to the end, and also the eighth pin bar. So again, bring in all those bands back until you get to that top band, which should be your straightforward, and bring it forwards all the way to the end. So go ahead and do that, and then we will get going on the very last part. Okay, be right back. Okay, I'm back and it is the final stitch up. Okay, oh, nearly knocked my camera over there. It's not good. Right, okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with this diagonal band here. We're going to go into the second pin bar, first pin, grab that diagonal and bring it up and outwards to the first pin bar, so it's going back to itself. Then we're going to come back and grab the top border band, which should be going to my left, and we're just going to bring that back to itself following the first pin bars all the way to the first, and then we're going to go up one on the first pin bar and stop there. We're going to go across the second pin bar, go into all those bands, grab that across band, make sure you gently pull it outwards, then go back into that second pin bar, go diagonally upwards. That allows you to jump back down one onto the first pin bar, go upwards. Then go across the second pin bar, grab that crossband, go back to the first, back to the second pin bar, diagonally up to the first, jump back down one, grab that straight forward band. Okay, go across to the second, grab the band, bring it back to the first, go back to the second, diagonally up to the first, back down one, and forward. Okay, so that's the pattern that you need to follow, and I'll do it on this side as well, just in case you need a little help here. So we'll start off with that diagonal first and bring it up and outwards. Then we're going to go in and we are just going to grab those bands all the way to the 9th pin bar. And then forward one. Then we're going to go into the 8th pin bar, bring it out to the 9th. Then we're going to go into the 8th again, grab that last band, bring it up to the 9th. Then we're going to go forward one on the 9th pin bar. Go across to the 8, bring that straight across band outwards, and then bring the diagonal band up and outwards, drop down one, grab that forward band, go across, grab that straight cross band back outwards, and then the diagonal up and outwards, drop down one and move forwards. Okay, that's where I'm going to leave you off for this tutorial. Of course, when you get to the end, just bring the bands into the middle, put the bands through, hook it off, and put a C-clip on, which you should know if you're doing a design like this. You should know how to do that by now. And I will quickly pop on to show you this one, although it is exactly like this one. I'm just going to see what the new bands look like, because obviously the grey, this is the old grey opaques, but they've got a new colour tone of grey now. So I'm just going to pop back on in a minute and just show you that. Okay, be right back. Okay, I'm back as promised, and I've taken my bands off the looms. Now I realised that the two renditions, although I've used the exact same colours, actually look slightly different from each other. And I think that's because on the slanted X's I stitched up the practice one slightly differently to the actual design which I've shown you, which is the correct one. Either one is absolutely fabulous, so let me just show you the one we've just done together. There you go. See if we can get that to stay focused. Okay, so here's the one that I did with you, and it's so colourful and beautiful, and I'll just show you the difference. That was the old grey opaque bands, which are a lot, I suppose they're slightly rougher and they are definitely lighter, and these are the new type of grey opaque bands, and they're more like the mangoes, the hippie mix, the deep purples, so they've got kind of a silky feel to them, and they're definitely more of a rich silver grey than the other ones are, but I think they're just as equally nice to use on the rendition here. Now, what I did on my practice one that I've been showing you throughout the tutorial is, instead of stitching the white one first and then the black one downwards, I stitched the black one down first and then the white one, which gave you this effect. So although I think this is my favourite just because I like the white showing a bit more, they're equally as beautiful. I'm going to put them side by side and see if I can get some focus in. Oh, there you go. Lovely. So yeah, that's, so the little one is stitched second and the big one stitched first, and that is the correct way, where the long band, sorry, the short band went first and then the long band. So either way, I think they look absolutely gorgeous. I absolutely love this design. My husband loves this design, which just speaks absolutely volumes because he's so picky when it comes to these bracelets. So yes, I am super pleased that once again the looming artist has chosen me to do one of her tutorials, and I am very thankful for you for getting this far in my tutorial and staying with me all the way. I look forward to seeing the renditions that you do, so please do hashtag this design if you're on Instagram or on Facebook. You can hashtag it as hashtag True Colours Bracelet and spell it the American way, which is COLORS. So unlike the English, you drop the U. So we can all keep the renditions together, so anyone wants to see the designs, see what colour combos that people have come to, they can just type that without having to follow any of the accounts, and they will be able to get some inspiration from your wonderful renditions. So yeah, okay, let me just do the wrist test. I'll do it with the one I've just done now. They're exactly the same length. Now there you go, that it is absolutely perfect for me. You could do with a little bit of a stretch out, but other than that, it is fantastic. I will flip this one over and show you the reverse side against the signature side. I think you could use both of these. Zoom out a bit more. I think you can use both of these as a wearable side, but I just prefer this one to that side just because of these grey strips down here. Now if it was a different colour, perhaps this would stand out a bit more, but as it is, I think on this rendition this is my favourite side. Right, let's just wrap this one up because I have another tutorial I'm filming tonight called the Navajo Bracelet, also by the Looming Artist, so please subscribe so you can get to see that one as well. Okay, so this is called the True Colour Bracelet. It was designed by the fabulous Looming Artist and of course tutorialised by me, UKManicLoomer. Please hashtag the design so we can all see it. I'd also like you to, if you've got Facebook, please, 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 please help my new Facebook site take off. It is www.facebook.com/UKManicLoomers, and it is a site very similar to Rainbow Loom where we can all post our renditions and let other people see it and get lots of inspiration. Okay, so I think that's all we need to say. Details will be below in the description box, so if you didn't follow all of that, just look down below and you will get all the information for you. So from the UK, all I have to say now is bye!